In this video, we'll look at some of the questions that many parents have about relationships and sex education, and we'll explain what the new government guidance will look like in your child's school.
Has the government listened to the views of my community in introducing these subjects?
A thorough engagement process involving a public call for evidence and discussions with over 90 organisations, as well as the public consultation on draft regulations and guidance, has informed the key decisions on these subjects. The consultation received over 11,000 responses from teachers, schools, expert organisations, young people and parents. These responses have helped finalise the new statutory guidance.
What support will schools receive to deliver these subjects well?
The government has invested in a central support package to help teachers introduce these subjects with confidence. Resources have been developed through working with expert organisations, schools and teachers to develop this support.
Will my child's school have to engage with me before teaching these subjects?
Schools are required to consult with parents when developing and reviewing their policies for RSE, which will inform the school's decisions on when and how certain content is covered. Schools will listen to the parents' views and then decide how they wish to proceed. When and how content is taught is ultimately the decision for the school, and a consultation does not provide a parental veto on curriculum content. A school's policies for these subjects must be published online and made available to any individual free of charge. Schools should also ensure that when engaging with parents, they provide examples of the resources they plan to use, such as the books they want to use in lessons.
Will my child be taught sex education at primary? This is too young.
Relationships education is being introduced at primary to put in place the building blocks needed for positive and safe relationships of all kinds. This will start with family and friends, how to treat each other with kindness, and recognising the difference between online and offline friendships. Many primary schools choose to teach sex education, and it is recommended that they do so, tailored to the age, physical and emotional maturity of their pupils.
Will my child be taught about LGBT relationships?
Pupils should be taught about the society in which they are growing up. These subjects are designed to foster respect for others and for difference and educate pupils about healthy relationships. Pupils should receive teaching on LGBT content during their school years. Teaching children about their society and the different types of loving, healthy relationships that exist can be done in a way that respects everyone. Primary schools are strongly encouraged and enabled to cover LGBT content when talking about different types of families. Secondary schools should cover LGBT content in their RSE teaching. RSE should meet the needs of all pupils, whatever their developing sexuality or identity. This should be done including age-appropriate teaching about different types of relationships in the context of the law.
Does the new relationships education and RSE curriculum take account of my faith?
The subjects are designed to help children from all backgrounds build positive and safe relationships and to thrive in modern Britain. In all schools, the religious background of pupils must be taken into account when planning teaching. Schools with a religious character can build on the core required content by reflecting their beliefs in their teaching. These subjects have been developed in collaboration with a number of representative bodies and faith organisations representing all the major faith groups in England. Several faith organisations produce teaching materials that schools can choose to use.
Do I have a right to withdraw my child from relationships and sex education?
Parents continue to have the right to request to withdraw their child from sex education when delivered as part of the RSE curriculum, not the science curriculum. This should be granted up to 3 terms before their child turns 16. At this point, if the child themselves wishes to receive sex education rather than be withdrawn, the school should make arrangements for this to happen. There is no right to withdraw from relationships education at primary or secondary, as the contents of these subjects, such as family, friendships, safety, including online safety, are all important for all children to be taught. Effective RSE is a working partnership between parents and trained educators. These new government guidelines ensure that parents' and carers' views are listened to, and that all children have access to equal, high quality and inclusive RSE.